as one of the major hindrances compared to the U.S. And so, yes, but I do believe, as we witnessed starting last year, and we're starting to see it accelerate this year, you're starting to see more international flows coming back to Europe. And so that is beginning, and so I do believe that will accelerate. But in terms of priorities, if you had to tell the Commission what should they be more swift in terms of transforming Europe faster, so it can compete with the U.S., compete with Europe, and exceed China and Europe, China and the U.S.
Look, I think this is the discussion we have clearly with the Commission. We will have an informal summit in February focused on this topic. Everything was largely drafted by both Letta and Draghi's reports and is well known. I think the difference is that Draghi was before China surpluses vis-à-vis Europe. I mean, we should not underestimate the fact that 2025, for the very first time,
$1 trillion.
Yeah, China has such a surplus vis-à-vis the rest of the world, 1/3 vis-à-vis the US, 1/3 Europe, 1/3 the rest of the world.
But it was $1 trillion. It was bigger than any other time.
Yeah, and for the first time, the deficit between Germany and China was a trade deficit for Germany. And this is a game changer for Europe. So this is why, clearly for me, we have to fix this issue. And second, it's about the tariffs. So if I have to tell you what could change the game and our approach for all of us in the year to come, for me it would be a bunch of simplification with all this omnibus package for the Commission, sector by sector, European preference, capital market union, and dismantling of the tariff between US and Europe. Because in such a context, what doesn't make sense is to have tariffs between allies.
Right.
We have to fix the war in Ukraine. We have to help the Ukrainians to resist and find a sustainable peace. We have to fix prosperity in democracies. I mean, it doesn't make sense to have tariffs and be divided, and even to threaten now with additional tariffs. We can use the crazy thing is that we can be put in a situation to use the anti-coercion mechanism for the very first time vis-à-vis the US if they put additional tariffs. Can you imagine that? This is crazy. This is, I do regret that. But this is a consequence of just unpredictability and useless aggressivity. So what we have to do is to remain very calm, all of us. We have such an agenda with so many opportunities and so many challenges. So let's be focused on peace in Europe. Everybody should be focused to help the Ukrainians to have a sustainable peace. Level playing field and fixing the issues and these imbalances with China, because it's an issue for the Europeans and the Americans. And third, let's be focused on more competitiveness in Europe and this big acceleration, full stop.